it's your friendly neighborhood caveman, Elk here, the multiverse's only bearded brute clash wrestling heavyweight champion. And today I'm joined again by my good friends from All That Nikki and Cat. Nikki and Cat, it's great to see you ladies again. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing very good. I'm very energized because we have a very special video we're gonna watch today because your podcast. Tell everybody a little bit about the podcast again.
So we have a personal growth, health, and wellness podcast that comes out on every Tuesday. It's All That with Nikki and Cat. You can check us out on our website. It's allthatwithnickyandcat.com. We have a new episode every Tuesday.
And with that in mind, I've picked out a great fight scene from a movie called Bridget Jones's Diary.
All right.
And I thought that there's a love triangle in this movie, so I thought that you two would be perfect to watch with this so that you could sort of comment, with what would happen, because I'm sure that you guys have been in multiple love triangles in your lifetimes. So now this video takes place between Hugh Grant and Colin Firth. And these are not two people that I would think are the manliest of men in the world. But what do you think of these two, being ladies yourselves?
Well, I mean, they have no facial hair at all. So
that's kind of...
That's very important. You need a skin pelt in order to be tough. Here we got a good punch by Colin Firth to Hugh Grant. And now we got this guy running into a restaurant here, and he's telling them all that there's a fight outside. They're very excited to see this fight, and we're gonna get a chance to see some of their skills right off the bat. How about that red sweater? You guys like that red sweater that guy was wearing? You think Elk would look good in a red sweater?
I think Elk would look good in anything.
I think you're right, Nikki. I think that's a very good point that Elk would look good in anything. Doesn't matter. Here we've got Hugh Grant trying to go for a full Nelson, but he's not strong enough. Look at these vicious kicks that they're throwing. This is terrible. Oh, Hugh Grant goes for a double leg takedown, which is very good. Are you guys experienced with double leg takedowns?
I'm not.
Well, you should be, because if you're worried about walking to your car late at night, a taser's gonna be a good weapon to have. Double leg takedown, possibly even better. You take your foe down, you take control, a few punches to the face, maybe an elbow, bite them in the face a little bit, and then you're rocking and rolling there. There we see the beautiful at the time Renee Zellweger. Again, nowadays, not so much. But we see the two Brits go through the door here. Now they're wrestling and fighting on the table. Now, what do you think these people are eating? It looked like there was some greens, maybe a steak or two, but if you were at this restaurant, what would you order?
Looks like that guy's drinking milk.
Yeah, it does look like he's drinking milk. But yeah, let's see here. This person's got a big cake of the Pantheon, it looks like. That's in Greece. Do you guys know that?
I do now.
Yeah, you do now. That might not be the Pantheon, to be quite honest with you. I don't know. I'm a time traveler. I get jumbled up sometimes. But here we go. They stopped to sing happy birthday. At least they were polite.
Yeah.
And they go through the glass window. Now, what I don't like about this is the fact that if you go through a glass window, Marty Jannetty can attest to this. He's a professional wrestler. Shawn Michaels threw him through a glass window. You'd be cut up and you'd be bloody and you'd be out for months and you wouldn't be able to come back until WrestleMania, until you wrestled Shawn Michaels to get your revenge. So the fact that these two men are standing up and they're able to talk to each other is a little infuriating to me. But their technique is very worrisome. Oh, a nice haymaker by Colin Firth. That was the best punch of the night, I would say. What do you think of that?
It drew blood.
It drew blood, it did. He got him good. So what I think that I've learned from watching that video is that British people aren't very good at fighting. What do you think? You're a Canadian. You're not from the United States of America, which isn't a bad thing in and of itself. But what did you think of those fighting techniques from the Brits?
Well, at least Canadians can grow facial hair.
Yeah, Canadians are very good at growing facial hair. Yeah. And what is the little hat? True or false? The hat, what is that called?
A beanie.
A beanie? You call it a beanie? I thought Canadians called it a toque.
A toque!
A toque! No! You heard it here from a real Canadian. It's a beanie. I don't care what the rest of you Maple Leaf muscleheads think. It's a beanie. Nikki, what did you think of the video?
I didn't think their fighting tactics were not that good.
Their fighting tactics were terrible.
They were terrible.
They didn't get their hips over on the kicks.
They were really polite, though.
They were very polite, which is stupid. It's a fight. You need to be a gentleman, but you don't need to be that polite when you're
I
fighting
agree.
somebody. Sometimes you need to grab some ears, sometimes you need to grab some nose, sometimes you need to bite somebody in the face.
Took him too long to draw blood.
Took him too long to draw blood. I'd go right for the jugular,
Yes.
right to start. Maybe I'd get him with a Neanderthal claw
Yes.
and make him submit. But you two are very big wrestling fans. If those two were professional wrestlers, what do you think their names would be?
Baby Grant.
Baby Grant,
Grant.
that's a good one.
Baby Grant and Coward Firth.
There you go.
Colin
Those are
Firth,
good
there
ones.
you go.
But those are the wrong answers. The correct answers are Ballin' Colin Firth, and then Hugh Grant, he would be the masked kisser, because he would run around kissing ladies in the audience. That's what his gimmick would be. But it's okay. I didn't think that you guys would get it anyway. But yeah, that was another great video. I love sitting down and talking with my good friends Nikki and Cat from All That Nikki and Cat. Tell the people where they can find you and about your show again.
Yeah, absolutely. All that with NikkiandCat.com. Find us every Tuesday with a new episode.
All right.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check out Nikki and Cat on All That Nikki and Cat. And make sure you subscribe to the tribe, like and share this video. And as always, let's hear it for me.